Hi, hi. It's Left to Spin, and welcome back to an Orrery of Souls. Once again, we are doing some free history, some backstory. Today, we're going to get a little bit closer to Steede, played by our good friend Andy. So let's say hi to our players. There they are. Andy's our Goblin this evening. He's our PC this evening. And then Daniel, Fushi, and Draco are going to be our baddies or our assistants, actually, not baddies. I'm being all the baddies tonight. They're going to be the
We're co-baddies.
NPC assistants. Co what?
Co-baddies.
Co-baddie? No, you're co-goodies. You're
Aw.
going to be co-goodies today. You're going to be helping. Um, so, Andy.
Some I fear rolls. You don't want me on the good guy's side.
Steve.
Yes, but you won't be rolling hope and fear.
It won't matter. It won't matter.
You'll find a way.
Sadness.
If I roll the fear die as the D20, I might get around it.
All right, so Andy, Steve, you have woken up out of your home. You are not where you went to sleep that night. We're actually going to. I'm not starting you there. We're not going that far back. I just want to give everybody else in the world the benefit of what I didn't do for Daniel, for Vosk. And after launching your street campaign to slander the name of your employee of your employer Krieg for failing to pay you your fair compensation for your chimney sweeping job. All you did was get a little bit of soot down into his library, and you cleaned it up, so you should have gotten paid what you were fairly due, and he did not pay you. Um, but you went to sleep after one night of campaigning at the inns and taverns of the name of your town escapes me. What were you? Anger City, Landmouth. That's the capital city of the Principality of Anger. Um, Trying to spread the word that this guy is no good, and trying to convince him by denying him business that would normally go to him to get him to try to pay you what you were fairly due. Um, you went home that night, and it was a pretty good night. The word of mouth was starting to get around, and people who had never heard his name were starting to talk about him when you were not there, and so that seems to have started to make an impact. But you are unable to find out what kind of an impact, how deep or how lasting, because when you woke up the next morning, you were not in your bed. You were in the grasslands. And that was all you could tell. You were in the grasslands, and you were in the west. The grasslands are thinner and sparser, more foresty, more rainforesty. Um, so you can tell already that you are not where you're supposed to be. After a few days of well, when you wake, you find that there's only one thing on you. You have no supplies, no food, no bedroll. You have a dagger. But this dagger, it's gorgeous. It is green emeralds in the pommel and in the hilt. The sheath and the belt are very nicely worked and riveted, and the sheath itself has carvings and more of those emerald gems. Um, it's the one upside to your situation. You were a city boy, so learning how to survive in the grassland, no less, um, is trying. It's dangerous. It's difficult going, and you will near starving for a while before you started figuring things out. As we know, as we have learned about the grasslands, there is nourishment, some small amount of nourishment to be had in the soil. Uh, Mealworms and grubs growing just beneath the surface.
Yep.
The fatter grass roots can be gnawed upon to gain some amount of sustenance and some water when you can't find flowing water, which you have been able to come across the occasional stream, standing water from rains, stuff like that. And eventually you make your way to a relatively small town. Wandering around the town, you get side looks all over the place. You are a little green man in a place where there are no little green men. There are humans, there are elves, there are dwarves, there are gnomes, there are halflings. There are no orcs, no giants, none of what you have been accustomed to growing up with, because there are all those things in anger and in Lambeth proper. So you find a clothesline at one point with a blanket that you can throw over yourself, kind of close it up like a hood, tighten the hood-like aspect of the blanket around yourself so you can get around a little bit, and you keep to the shadows. You eventually learn that you are in a town called Condium, which is located in Shame. Excuse me. Uh, Shame is on the other side of joy, and from what you've been able to determine, you are on the other side of shame. You are on the far side of shame. The border between shame and fear seems to be about where you woke up, given what you've been able to learn about how far away Condium is from the. It's not going to do you to stay in a large town, so you head out, not necessarily knowing which direction. You only know that if you head this direction, you're going to end up heading back towards fear, which would put you in the direction of the rest of the kingdom, of which you are a loyal citizen. But that's not where home is. So you take it into your minds to head back to home. As you journey just across the straight grasslands, you're on the road, which has a name also, but of course my note taking is so extensive that I would have to search through an awful lot of noting to figure out where. The Jeweled Road. Hey, look at that. They call it the Jeweled Road, and it runs along the entire southern coastal edge of Shame. And after only about a day or two of journeying out of Condium, you find yourself through this craggy, rocky area, and you can hear shouting. And as you turn around this gully that you are in, you're down in the bottom where the roadway seems to be, or the pathway seems to be leading you. You hear shouting, you hear growling, you hear barking, and as you approach a little bit further up, closer to the stone outcropping in the center here, you can see that there are panic halflings. One guy down on the ground, with a hammer. It seems to be standing guard, which of course, let's go ahead and token for them. I'm gonna put those three, one on the ground, the other two in the cart. And then we will use that one for halfling on other cart. If I can get it on the other cart. There we go. Yes. And then you guys.
Battle map
What about battle map?
on recording.
Oh yeah, we need to go to combat. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. And that's all right. It's still for showing. It's a shorter map than we're set up for, but you guys can go ahead and place your markers where you feel your guards people would be.
As a vanguard, I suppose I should be up over here. Is this mid combat?
This no blood seems to have been drawn yet. The dog is kind of keeping the other two at bay. By this point, you would be probably heading halfway up the cart.
Yeah.
So a little bit closer to moving into engagement. All right. So there, the scene lays before you. You can hear just around the corner and still out of view from where you are, Steede, the barking and growling of at least two canine type creatures. And you can see one panicked halfling, unarmored, just like the unarmored, bearing a single hammer, like a carpenter's hammer. Obviously not a weapon, but something that came to hand in order for him to be able to defend his cart. That's where we begin. Where do you feel like you would move at this point? Now, thus far, you have been super duper cautious about getting involved in anything. At the last time you heard a cart, you ditched it in the side of the road and let that cart pass by. You waited about 40 minutes before they were finally out of view and past you. It is very likely that you would want to not get involved in this also. And if that's your decision, then so be it.
So I would see one person at least out of the cart from where I'm standing at. The other one I wouldn't be able to see for this little passage.
Correct. The angle is just wrong for you right now.
How tall would you say this rock is?
It's just about as tall as you are. You could go back behind it and stand and still be completely unseen.
I would slink around it and just try to keep my eye out and actually watch and see what happens
Okay.
from here. Because by the looks of it, hearing multiple dogs and not hearing anybody screaming or anything, I'm just assuming that it's probably wolves. And I don't know how many people's over there. I know I can just see one here for now.
Gotcha.
I stopped and I'll just wait and see.
All right. You are the one that has any kind of view of the immediate danger, because you
I'm
are
the red one.
You are red, yes. So we'll start with a spotlight on you.
Just to clarify, is this allied dog?
Negative. Big white is
Big white
is the caravan.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Using flanking maneuvers. Coming over here between him and Big White, I'm gonna go after that one. So I actually get advantage on this for harrowing strike. because he's within melee range of an ally, which is Big White. That'll be a 16.
16 against a 12.
Okay. So that is D6 plus 10. That'll be 6 damage.
That is 1 over minor, so that is 2. And that moves that down to there. All right. Fushi?
Okay. Well, I'm going to hop just a little bit over to the sidestep, so I can have a more direct line, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with the short bow. Try to anyways. That's a 18, so dirty 20.
That is dirty 20. That absolutely hits against the 12. Absolutely.
You did it. 4.
4 is minor. Okay.
Yeah, that
And
is what I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the ancestry.
Okay. Okay, that's what
And
it
then
was.
my guy is going to move
okay.
to see what the commotion behind is.
Gotcha. You're now making a full Calmel run.
Yep. I'm going to get about here, see that there are not familiar dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and start running.
Gotcha. All right. That puts you in base with him.
Should I attack? No, because taking the full movement would have been an action.
Not for adversaries, and technically you are an adversary sheet.
All
You
right.
are mine, and so you would.
So I will go ahead and take a swing with my sword. That is a natural 20.
Ooh, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and do maximum damage plus the die roll.
Okay, so that is a D8. So 8 plus 8, 16.
Hot
Wow.
damn. That goes into what are the 3 things?
Minor, massive, severe.
It's minor,
Minor, major, severe.
major,
major, severe.
yeah.
My bad.
Massive is the
That
next step
puts
up.
you
bad.
into
You're good.
major. So that is 2. Okay. That is the spotlight. Spotlight shifts to you if you so choose.
She's still.
Oh, that's good, guys. Spotlight goes to my guys.
The
I'm sorry.
wolves.
All good. I'm still thinking of them as adversaries. Keeping a distinction that shouldn't be there right now. Skull is not hidden, so he cannot do anything of his cool stuff, but he absolutely can go to make a attack against the person that just hit him. That is Skulk. He gets a +2, which is a 4. He absolutely misses. I'm certain of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will pay a fear to get an attack from Alpha. Alpha. Well, he's in melee, so he's going to get advantage because of pack tactics. He is going to take an attack against Big White. And I'm going to throw the die randomly. And that is a 19 plus 2 for a 21 against Big White. Big White Of course, we'll use the same. What a jackass. Okay, big one. That is that. That is 1d8 plus 2. Wait, that was skull. He does still
Below
have
that.
plus 2.
Hmm?
So actually,
I said he bit that dog.
I had a coworker
9
that had not seen that
goes into major,
that
which
video,
is
so I
2.
showed her,
So
and
that
she
takes
just died laughing.
to 4. And then one more for Skulk. Skulk. Oh no, I did one against you. That was Skulk's move. Alpha did against Bonnet. So that does me. That is my spotlight. Now that goes to Steede.
Oh, sounds like everything.
I'm just moving around and then just trying to keep an eye on and see if I can see better of what's actually happening over there while still keeping an eye on the card.
Okay.
Trying to make sure I'm not seen.
All right.
And then after that,
That's the spotlight. All right. If we want to keep the same rotation, we can, or
Sure.
if someone has an idea of what they want to do, they can speak up.
I was just gonna take another shot,
For sure.
Yeah, that's
another dirty 20.
That is
Consistent.
against-
Yeah. Ooh. 8 damage.
That is another 2. That one dropped. That is
Good
one
Wolfie.
in base to base contact with Daniel. Yeah. All right. There. All right. Daniel or
I'll go.
okay.
Slipping on up to support and a pincer maneuver against this wolf. I need you to look at this.
probably happened.
2 nat ones.
Terrible. All right. So that does not happen. And if it was possible to bite your own tongue, you would.
You stubbed your toe in the
I feel like I
Right.
should take a point of stress for that.
That's not a bad idea.
oh, that's something I didn't pay attention to. Okay, anyways, I'm going to swing at the alpha. Is that what that is?
That is the alpha that still stands. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 2.
2. That fails as well.
Slippery alpha.
Is this dog big or what?
Are we all halflings? I never we didn't establish.
Yes, yes. This is a halfling
This is a
caravan.
big dog.
All right. Alpha gonna take another bite at Big White at Bonnet. That is a +2, but that was a nat 1. That fails.
So many critical.
He got kicked.
In one round, we got a turkey.
So,
So that
should be back to
is that. Yep. Let's go ahead and put. Where is I can roll that now. Put all 3 of them on the board, please.
Where are they going?
That little first V.
This?
No, back. Yep. In that area there. They're just coming onto the map for our purposes. All right. That moves back to Steede.
I'm going to pass because I'm still just observing for right now.
Legit.
Do I hear what sounds like more coming from a different direction? Or
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah,
Not yet.
I'll just stay put and keep an eye and try to keep myself hidden as much as possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take another swing at 13.
13 against the
Don't you that
13
down.
hits.
All right. 7.
7 is my major. That's 2. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna run. Draw out my bow. Do the pinning shot.
Okay.
13.
13 against the 13.
By the skin of our dice.
5, 6, 7, 8.
8 is just up into the major. That's 2. That does more than pin Alpha draw.
You pinned his heart to the floor.
You can go ahead and pull him or tip him over. All right. Good job. Good job. The caravan starts cheering themselves, patting themselves on the back. And let's go ahead and move these guys up by a far move, please.
So this should be like literally right where we are.
RGN, yep.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
You hear the
No, one
applause
of
that,
them
"Oh,
goes
dear God."
moo.
So the cheer, it dies in your throats. These 3 more of these wolves have charged in, and damn it! Oh, sorry, guys. No, I can do it right here. There they are.
Excuse me.
Okay. All right. All of them will have just charged in on Big White, surrounded him in base to base, and they are going to do their group attack. I'm going to take my fear to do that.
He's not coming. It's fine.
They ran past us to get the dog.
Yep,
That's how dogs do, though.
that is a 17 against his 14. They are doing. That is here. No, here. Okay. There. All right. The dog squeals in pain. The dog squeals in pain. Still standing, still fighting, but bloodied. Um, you cannot still get any kind of a real view on what's happening here. You're fairly behind cover, and that white rock at the corner there is still blocking the majority of your view. But you heard multiple more wolves did eventually come in and charge, and all 3 of them went. And the dog squealed and then really squealed.
Question. So I would just have a dagger on me and that's it?
That's it. You have not made your bow yet.
Okay. So if I move out of, what is it, close range, I have to roll the
Agility check.
Yeah. Okay. Reroll, see how far I get on the fight. So let's add those together and add agility to it.
Correct.
I got a 15 with fear.
With fear. All right. And that was what I needed. All right. I will take that fear, but you succeeded. Unfortunately, the fear aspect of this is that one of the dogs, the closest one, turns around Yeah. It's,
However, that would be
yeah.
depicted.
I wasn't sure where the head was.
And kind of clocks you coming. He looks around the legs of the other guard and clocks you coming. So he now knows that there's not just one minor threat, but now two.
Small. No, and then the halfling is, or just like,
That is your spotlight. That was the police fear, so you do not get to continue. Welcome. Yep.
I'll stab this one so I get advantage. Because it's a base with white.
Right.
I mean, all three of them would be
Mhm.
nice.
I miss.
That is a miss.
2 and a
all right.
3.
Unfortunately,
With
the
fear.
dogs
Oh,
are.
never
I
mind.
don't have that.
I forget. You're also rolling a d20, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just one d20.
Oh, I have advantage.
He
Oh,
had advantage on that.
advantage.
Yeah. And he's using adversary rules.
Yes, I do that.
Alright, take a shot at the one closest to me.
Gotcha.
Again, doing that pinning shot. That's 12.
That hits against a 9.
Yeah, 5.
5. Still takes him down.
I'm going to slash at the one closest to me, who just decided to look between my legs, and I'm confused by him looking between my legs.
If you don't know what
He has to
exactly
get like really low.
you don't know what he's looking at, you're just not very happy about it.
Let's see, we're halflings.
I-
That's a
I
bit
missed.
weird, because wouldn't you be just sitting on his head at this point?
You would.
Halflings.
You were swinging too high and it bent low.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is everybody. They're going to go ahead and double up on. Oh, wait, that was a spotlight shift. I don't have to pay for this one.
Right.
That is 16 with the what? There is it's a -1, 15. Still hits against Bonnet's 14. So that is 4 more points, which is another point down. Dog now absolutely not happy, squealing, snarling, and the blood you can see now is starting to run down his chest, down his legs, and is starting to pool in the dirt at his feet.
All right. And that was
Steede.
them.
I can make it that far, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to get like in to where the one that's clocked me is at.
Yeah, you can do that.
Just one straight.
We finally noticed, oh, somebody else.
And I'll pull out the dagger and I will just try to
Stabby,
stab
stabby.
directly at that one since it saw me. First thing I know saw me, I'm going to try to kill it. And then hope this goes well. All right, so dagger runs with from this +1. That is a 13 with hope.
13 against the 9 with hope. Take that hope. And
Hey, double your pencil.
that drops him.
Oh,
Okay. Hooray.
all right.
All right. That was with hope. So spotlight stays on you if you would like to.
I will. I'll pass. Whoever wants it.
Copy.
Take another shot.
Shot.
Are you?
That's a 9.
That is a 9 against a 9. That hit.
Damn. 9.
9. That absolutely takes that one
9.
down as well. And this time, instead of cheering, everybody stops for a moment and looks around to see if they can see any other.
Listening in.
All right. And then Purple over there with the hammer goes, yeah.
My guard guy, seeing the newcomer, does not let his guard down.
That is why this is a goblin. This is a goblin.
Right.
This is but he
Yeah.
came in. He did he did actually help. And
People
so
are gonna say this, so who the you?
I don't even pay attention. I'll just sit there, wipe the blade off, and I'll wipe my way to the dog.
the dog is
I put
is
myself
down
between him and
now, puts his butt down first, and then kind of flops down. The blood is running out of his chest and down his leg. So he is down and starting to doesn't want to lay his open wound down in the dust. So he kind of flops over onto his side and is panting.
You gonna do anything about that, or you just gonna stand in the damn way?
what are you gonna do?
Stop the bleeding, hopefully. I'll put the dagger up and just like start walking over and just grab my pack, open it up, see if I find anything inside of it that might be helpful.
You've got that cloak that you found in town.
I try to tear off a little strip of it and see if I can just go through and start patting out where the wounds are.
Easy enough. Easy enough. The
I'm
dog,
just confused, so I just let him pass.
that's legit. The dog does not react poorly to you doing this. So you're being gentle. You are being kind. You are blotting rather than rubbing. You're doing a good job of caring, showing this dog that you're trying to help it. And it is aware that it does not seem to react adversely. It's not snarling, not showing teeth, just laying there panting heavily.
I'll call over to the other wagon, like, Vaughn, it's her. We need something to clean the wounds.
All right. And Purple runs back, starts rummaging through the back of the cart. Two small heads pop out, and you can hear, Daddy, is it okay? Daddy, is it okay? Two kids talking to their father. And eventually you hear stomp, clunk, rattle, and then he makes his way back over. And as he's walking up, you can see he's got another blanket that's thicker but wider, and he gets his pocket, his pocket knife, his belt knife, and starts cutting longer bandages so you can actually do some productive wrapping. Like we've never had anybody hurt like that, so you seem to know what you're doing. So he starts cutting bandages for you.
So I'd start trying to tend to the dog as best I can. Still not saying anything, just trying to mind after the dog.
I offer a water skin to help clean off the wounds.
Just reach up, nod, and just pour back. It's like none of you got hurt. They focused on the dog. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Small victories, I guess.
I don't call this a victory.
Well, I don't think there's any more around. I haven't come across any in a while, and they haven't found me. So,
Where'd you
my name
come
is
from?
far away.
That's a really long app.
That's a really
It was-
long name too.
It was really far.
No, my name is Steede. I'm trying not to meddle in your way of life or anything, but I heard this kid and then heard more. Figured I might need to come see because it sounded like it was going to get bad.
Sorry for the wariness. We don't see a lot of goblins around here.
And that's why I'm hiding.
Fair enough.
Last time I saw a bunch of people from this area, I was stared at and watched heavily, so I decided to hide out in the woods and that would keep me safer.
That's fair, Frank, but you stepped in when we needed you, and we thank you for that.
Better to help than sit by and do nothing.
I'll go walk the perimeter, make sure there's nothing else sneaking up on us.
Thank you, Kay.
And I'm just standing and watching the way the other wolves came from.
Yeah, I'm actually heading down this way.
Okay.
Stern,
All the company.
thank you.
We're just kind of milling.
And then 6 wolves come from.
And then,
And then you hear screams.
Oh no, it's happening again.
They round
oh,
the
no,
corner
again.
and they were never seen again.
Melvin, Up there on the cart is my wife, Belle, and you've just met Kale, Dern, and Arva. Yeah. If it seems safe here, this is a relatively easy area for us to guard. Prevent anything happening. Let's go ahead and set up camp here, guys. And Belle, bring down, go see to the kids. And she hops down off of the cart and moves back over to the other wagon and starts getting them down, starts bringing out cases and camp making goods. And camp's gonna be in the wider area there. Will you join us? Steve? Steede.
Oh, my name is Steve. I'm not gonna lie.
Of a goblin named Steve.
Well met. There's room at our fire this evening for you, sir.
I'll stay till morning. Make sure the dog actually can make it through. And then I'll figure out where to go from there. But I do appreciate the hospitality.
I appreciate your assistance.
I haven't seen a lot here recently.
Could have gone bad. Over the course of the night, no more wolf howls, nothing in the distance. The night is relatively peaceful. In here, it's cool, but it's also relatively early in the year. So it would be cool anyway, but it's not so cold. It's not so close to the end of the stillness that it would still be frosting over at night. So the night is relatively comfortable by the campfire. Over the evening, just before everybody starts getting ready to bunk down after the meal, Aelvin plops himself down next to you and says, "Listen, none of us are professional warriors. Kale, Dern, Arva are experienced, but we could use another blade. We're headed a distance, and we'd be happy to see that you have a place to camp at night. We'd be happy to see that you have a full belly.
I don't know where this is going to end up, but sure. Instead of being alone out here, that might be a smarter idea.
We're headed west to Vigantia, the capital of Shame.
Which puts me farther away.
But
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
it puts you on the right side of the continent to get back
Yeah.
home to Landmouth and Anger.
It's still better than being stuck out here with no idea what's going on or where I'm at. So, why not?
I'll have to ask, and I hope you'll forgive me. We're seen to have a goblin in our ranks. That could cause more problems for us than you can keep from happening. I wonder if you might be willing to be an outsider for us. Keep a distance, keep an eye, let us know if anything comes our way, and come in when things do get ugly.
I'm pretty good at keeping my distance.
We'll make it worth your while, sir.
All right.
And so you come to terms with the caravan. After about 3 or 4 days of journeying, setting up camp, the first 3 or 4 days are uneventful. This is a well-traveled road. You can tell that simply by the condition of the road. But this part of the year, it's not seeing all that much activity. So you're not having to worry about brigands, or you haven't had to worry about brigands or raiders or anything like that. There are rumors of a band calling themselves the Carrion Crows that have made this road their home for years, between the area between the migration route to the north and Jeweled Road to the south. But there doesn't seem to be any of that kind of activity. The dog has been put up in back of Bell's cart and is made comfortable, but seems to be mostly ignored. This was a dog that has served its purpose in baiting the wolves, but no one is particularly attached to it. They don't seem to be interested in whether it lives or dies. They see that it's fed as long as it's living, but nobody comes around and pays him attention. Nobody gives him any kind of affection or anything. The wounds will heal or they won't, so far as they care. So your attentions have not gone unnoticed by this dog. This dog, when you approach, uh, the tail starts thump, 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 thump. Knows he's trying to catch your scent. He's trying to get familiar with you. um, how do you spend your time?
When it's down to actually setting up camp and everything, I will move in, try to tend to the dog on my off chances with it. Still staying towards the outer side of the group, not really doing much talking
Right.
unless approached. But mind the dog and try to keep watch around the surrounding areas for anything that, if it's an area I'm more familiar with that I've come through recently, I know where to look to find or what to avoid.
Right. Now, you are both traveling in essentially the same direction, so everybody's in unfamiliar territory here.
I would probably be looking more behind them than anything else to see if anything was following. And trying to stay that direction just in case something did come up from behind and still tend to the dog throughout the night.
Right. You're washing the bandages and swapping them out, and the dog is genuinely grateful, and after a full week of tending to the dog's needs consistently, there is direct eye contact with you. This isn't a dog who's like, I'm a dumbass. This is an intelligent dog that is seeing you. And you can tell that you see it. You can feel that bond is starting to form. There's no telling how deep it can be yet, but you're not even aware that such a bond is possible. But you feel a closeness, and you see that this dog feels that same kind of closeness. After 2 weeks of journeying, the dog is able to get up. The wounds are stopping to seep. They're still angry. They're still red, but your treatment and care has helped the wounds to begin knitting. And the dog stop. Guys, what is going on?
Oh, no, for look at
At least it wasn't.
Right?
What was that?
That was an ad.
Where did you get an ad?
perfect time.
Weaker keyboard.
That butt. That butt.
Don't do it again.
I don't know what happened.
After that sounded like, is there a damn dragon here?
Sorry, surprise, guys.
Me and a half dead dog will fight a dragon real quick, guys.
From overhead.
The Liberty Mutual dragon shows up.
Liberty, liberty.
To be fair, if I was a goblin and I saw a damn emu, I'd probably panic too.
Legal emu.
Sorry.
Way to ruin the mood, man.
Yeah, I know. I got to start all over again.
All right, let's reset the session.
So after a week, you guys are making a good 15, 20 miles a day. It's an okay pace given that you've got oxen and a horse. The oxen are slower than horses are usually. They plod, but they are powerful. They don't get tired, but they do go slow, unfortunately. So you're living normally a full speed caravan can go like 30 or 40 on a path to road like this is. but the auction are met for about in half, so you're making 20, 25 in a day. So it's gonna take a month and a half, 2 months for you to even get into the area where you're gonna turn up north to get to Vigantia. So after 3 or 4 weeks, the dog is actually starting to spend more and more time out of the cart, and he's generally within eye shot of you at all times. He seems to be even when he's on the cart resting, he's still facing in your direction. Occasionally, you'll see he's looking out in the other directions, and it's not just like it's not. I'm a dumbass looking around. He's scanning the horizon. You can tell he's working. And one night, you come around to check bandages, and it's getting time to actually start consider not having to rebind anymore. And he's up on the cart because he knows that's where you go to see him when your range is done for the day. And And as you approach, you make that eye contact that you guys have been making. And then your head starts to hurt. One of your eyes goes dim. And through that, you see a silhouette of a goblin figure. By now, you'll have carved your bow, and there's a bow on this goblin's back. It's just a silhouette. You can't make out the details, but and you hear in your head, or you feel in your head, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. And then the pain in your head clears, and your vision returns back to normal. And Steede or Bonnet comes over and kind of grabs your shoulder and pulls you to leaning up against the cart next to him, and he puts his head on your shoulder.
I just reach my hand up and just pat on top of the head. I don't know what the hell just happened, but I have a feeling that you're probably not going to stay with the carts whenever we get where we're going.
Oh.
We'll just keep that between us. That too. I agree.
Another week goes by, and he's spending most of the time off of the cart now. He just goes up to sleep at night. Basically, it's kind of like a perch where he knows that if he waits for you there at the end of your day, you'll come to meet him. Doesn't need it anymore. And this time, as you come around the bend from just outside the tree line, you can see him. He's way far away. He's in the distance, and that ache happens again, and your one eye goes dim, and then very clearly you see a goblin walking towards you. You've seen your reflection before, so this isn't like, what is that? You realize that you can see yourself at this long distance. Through one eye, you see you coming towards you, and through the other eye, you see normally you are approaching the dog on the cart. It says, in your head, you feel again. My friend, come rest. We did good today. Come rest.
I'll go. I'll move over at a little quicker pace. Just walk over and I want to take the 50 feet of rope out I have. I want to start cutting small lengths, and I want to weave like a rudimentary collar out of it.
It's made difficult by the fact that he keeps on nosing your hand.
Yeah, this is gonna be more of an overtime thing instead of just a right here, right now thing. But I want to fashion like a collar with a small handhold onto it. That if I needed to lead him away from something, if he's distracted, or he can drag me somewhere if I need to, I'll do that over time and size it up to where I can attack, put it on his neck. One for a little bit of protection from wolves again.
Oh, this is for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it's gonna be.
It'll. I have a feeling it'll come in handy later. Just trust me on this.
He's
It'll keep
licking it.
us. It'll
Like,
keep us.
this is something that I get to eat.
No, it'll keep us closer to each other if something bad happens.
Oh,
This way, I can get you to look where I want you to look, and you can get me to look where you need me to look.
oh. So he kind of leans back, puts his head on your thigh, and lets you do your thing. He's not going to interfere with this process. As you finish expressing that idea to him, and he kind of seems to actually grasp it, your vision clear. Headache goes away. The headache was not as intense this time. Now that you actually seem to like understand what's happening, and you know how, or are learning how not to fight it, how to let it happen. It doesn't seem to be quite the painful experience that it has been.
Question: Does any of the group in the caravan actually like said anything about the dogs like sticking with me mainly with stuff? Well,
Nobody
okay.
give a fuck.
Yeah, because it really is like that. All right, Dan. Let me check.
Not our dog.
It's a dog. Someone said it had a name. You heard the name Bonnet before, and Elvin took the steps to see that it got care, but he wasn't like, I gotta go save the dog. This is not a family dog. This is a caravan dog. Fair. So
It's here for a purpose.
yeah. Over the course of the coming weeks, you feel it getting stronger and stronger. The conversations are becoming longer. And even when you're not seeing through the one eye overlay, you start being able to just go, and he'll come over to you. The smallest gesture of intent, and he understands it and reacts to it. You eventually start heading out together, like in the morning. He'll hop down from the cart, and in the mornings as you start to head off in the distance, and he's there with you. Aelvin, he's aware of what's happening. He sees that that the dog is with you and is not necessarily riding with the caravan as was his original purpose, but this seems to be okay with him. Anybody else have any thoughts about what their character might feel about the dog spending all their time with the goblin?
I think it's a little weird, but I just get used to it. It just becomes part of life.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's one less thing that the defensive individual would have to worry about immediately. One less thing that they need to worry about protecting.
Right?
I think that Kale tried to get the dog to like him. The dog didn't like him, and he gave up.
All right. Okay. So you spend the rest of the journey ranging. You're usually out about a quarter mile, half a mile, always keeping them in view, but riding in this wide perimeter around, just making sure that there isn't anything hiding, that they're not going to come across anything unexpected. Occasionally, you the bonnet gets a little further away from you than you like, but when that happens, all you need to do is think about it. You kind of recreate that initial pain, that spark, and that causes that overlay to pop up. You can see what he's seeing, you can hear what he's hearing. You understand that he can see what you're seeing and hear what you're hearing. And there is that link. It is not necessarily, I've been using words because that's how humans do,
Yeah.
but the ideas
The
that are
intents.
exchanged for you, the intents that are exchanged for you, are really how the communication happens. It's not, he's not saying it, is this for me that you're making? Are you making this for me? Can I eat it? But you understand what his gestures and the tilt of his ear and the tilt of his head and the raise of an eyebrow, all these things form conversation. And that sticks, even when you're not seeing what he's seeing and hearing what he's hearing. You can, while you guys are out ranging and he's separated from you, you can go a quick little click with your mouth or a whistle, which I can do neither right now, but and you can get his attention, and then just a twitch of a finger or a nod of a head, and he'll go and he'll take a pattern, and it's the pattern that you kind of had in mind. This is only strengthening. Yeah. This is only strengthening. After weeks, you finally get that collar done, and you've got like the blind guide harness, the guide dog's harness set, so that you can go ahead and grab him whenever you need to. You can kind of steer him whenever you need to. But then it occurs to you that this is kind of like stable enough on him that with the addition of 2 more rope, you would be able to sit astride him and use it like a bronco rider uses that lasso loop in front of the saddle. You would be able to stay on him and maybe even get some good speed. This would increase your range or the speed at which your standard patrol is going. This is useful information. And so the next couple of weeks are spent working the braids to be able to get down across his chest area and around to his front haunches and back up into the collar to be able to form something that would be stable for you to hold on to and lean, something that wouldn't just spin like this one currently will. Yeah. And so that becomes your next camp project. When you guys aren't riding, you're building this beginnings of a saddle. It's not the sitting part of the saddle, but it's it's not a bit and bridle because that would be uncool. But it's the equivalent of. Eventually, you get to the Polteronen River, and you turn north a little bit, and you can see the bridge. It's like the Golden Gate Bridge. It's the fantasy version of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's the single biggest bridge on the continent. And after a couple of days of watching that thing get bigger and bigger and bigger, and Aelvin comes to you one night as you guys are setting up camp underneath the bridge, and he says, "We're going to cross it, and we're headed north."
It's on the other side.
On the other side of the bridge, that'll take you a fair distance across the last bit of shame, but then you'll be given the option of either going safe, where they say all creatures are welcome, even your kind, or you can head down into Joy. Joy seems to be a peaceful enough land. It's run by the eternal emperor, Alephus, been ruling that country for nearly 1,000 years now. They say it's the same guy, but how could it be?
Yeah, there's no physical way possible. Okay. Well, come on. Let's cross this bridge and see where we go from there.
As you wish. But that only put that off. That only kicked that can down the road by about 10 hours. Okay, it's 10 after 10 hours after you wake up, a full day's ride. You're at the roadway. It's not a toll bridge, but if there was, you're at where the toll booth would be. And there's a crossroad that'll keep you headed west, and then there's the bridge itself, and that crosses over, but then almost immediately kicks up to Vigantia. And Alvin looks to you and he says, "You've done well. We definitely appreciate your service. Can't offer you much, but I can offer you this." And he chucks you a pouch. That is a pouch of gold. That is a 10 handfuls.
There's more down back.
Yeah, a bag of gold. Says we're close enough now. We don't need that anymore either. You seem to have gotten on well with it. You want it?
I think that'll probably be a safer idea. For me, at least. But if this is where we split paths and everything, get where you're going safe.
You also. Stay safe, friend.
We'll see where this goes.
Yep. 2 wagons. Head up across the bridge.
Idiot.
Not just howls, but snarls right behind you.
I do stick around at the crossroads for about another 10 minutes, just thinking. Let's look at Bonnet. It's like, well, which way do we go?
Oh. Start padding off.
All right,
Stop. Look behind him.
I'll follow.
And so your time in safe, probably about 2 or 3 months. Along the way, just before you cross out of shame and into safe, if that's where you're headed.
So yeah.
Another caravan. This one mixed ancestries, all different kinds of creatures. Some you haven't really seen before. There's a fairy. You've heard about fairies. It's an insect. It's like a beetle, but with slightly humanoid features. It's big, kind of like a fat guy. He's only about 4.5 feet tall, a little bit taller than you. About as tall as Steede, has a bonnet to the head. But every now and then, from behind his cloak, you'll see the flutter of wings as he stretches, and there is an earth elemental traveling on this caravan, and then there's some of the races that you are more familiar with, and this is a caravan that seems to be a conglomeration of merchants that have all kind of decided to travel together. So there's no common marking between the wagons, but everyone seems to know each other. They seem to be familiar with one another. And you find yourself just behind them for a while. No one really gives you any kind of negative attention during this part of the journey. No one, they're aware that you're there, but there's always a friendly halfway. No cautious sideways glances, no furtive looks back over the shoulder. The beetle fairy even spends some time walking beside you. Where you headed, friend?
I have no plans to be anywhere. Just trying to figure out more about this area.
Ah, well, uh, we're just getting ready to head into safe. Was that your journey? Was that where you were headed, or you know which hold fast you're going to, or?
I honestly, I never put much thought into it. I crossed paths with people. They headed the other direction. I stayed this way. I'm just at this point going wherever we feel we need to go, and I think I will cross on the
No connect. That sounds gloriously and sad at the same time. Glorious and sad. Oh, you have a connection here. You've got hello there, hello there. And one second, getting into it. Um, so well, we're headed to a merchant's hold fast. You seem to be new to the idea of safe and how safe works. Is that true?
Yes.
Safe has a very limited government as a country. It is a collection of holdfasts. Every holdfast has representation. One member sits on the council. There's a name for that council. He tells it tells it to you. That's the problem with writing so much as much as I've written is
I
I've
understand.
forgotten more than I remembered. Um, the tenets of safe are four walls and a voice. In order for a holdfast to be represented on the council, you have to build four walls somewhere within the boundaries of safe. You don't necessarily have to pay for the land, so you have to build the structure. If the land is unclaimed by a four-walled structure, then you can build it. So uh, he tells you about the sacred grove, the silent grove, where a congregation have set up. They have it's called the Charter Hall that they built. It's basically a building that is purely for the purpose of claiming their seat on the council. They don't even use it. They live in the forest around the area, in a wide area, but all they needed in order to be able to gain the representation and therefore the protection of the Charter of State was to build a structure that had four walls, and that gives them their voice. So it's the merchants hold fast that that he's joining, that he's headed towards. That's this whole caravan seems to be towards. They have a charter hall of their own, but it's actually more like a fort, he describes. It's a wooden palisade wall. There are homes and businesses within. And he says, if you've got no place to be, you can at least ride with us. Maybe help protect us should the forest come against us. And then see where you feel like you need to be after that. But in the meantime, we'll give you a safer journey. So many bodies, and we feel safer for having an experienced outrider as yourself.
I think that's probably what we're going to do then. I do appreciate the offer and stick with it.
I'm called Bolin,
Steede.
and I sell pottery, Steede. If ever you need some fine baked wares, you let me know. Pulls back of the cover on his wagon, and you can see very nicely made painted glaze pots and bowls and jugs, and absolutely nothing that would be useful to you right now.
One day maybe. Now it's not that. But no, definitely. That's actually how Bon and I came together, was working around a caravan. helping at the right time. So, yeah, sounds like a good trade-off.
Seems like the right time's arriving for you more and more frequently. That's good. I like that.
I'd rather go anywhere except for where I'm from. Not that I know how to get back off the top of my head.
Where are you?
That's best not to dwell on it.
Okay. As you wish. As you wish. I'm not one to pry.
That's player. That's player speak for I can't really remember exactly, but we're gonna go with it.
Landmouth.
Yeah.
Landmouth in anger. So after about a week of traveling, you have by the time you had this conversation, you're on the other side of the border and in safe. But it's about another week of journeying until they get to the Merchant Pole Fast. And from there, it's relatively easy to just jump. You find easy work doing what you've learned how to do, which is outright for caravans. There's all kinds of cold fast travel, and the forests, although there is a pretty fair sized population in the forest, but safe in general. There's also wildlife that needs to be considered, and some word recently about some incursions from the south have rumors have started filtering through your ears, and at night over campfires and over tankards of ale, you just hear mumblings like that. Cat's ass.
Pray a fart.
Is that one audio? Oh, look at my fancy butthole.
Sorry.
I was thinking, like, if I say nothing, they won't jump. It won't freak out and claw me.
That's fair.
So yeah, you find relatively easy work for you and Bonnet, jumping caravan to caravan, hold fast. It's not a big country. Pull the map up. Is it?
Question mark?
Sorry. The thing that has done in the past.
Now there's a paper version.
Yeah, somewhere.
Ooh, excuse me.
Right here. Just bad enough of an angle.
He's not trying to edit. No way. He's just trying to show.
Okay, so just to give an idea of how travel has worked thus far. So along here would be the Jeweled Road. The Jeweled Road cut up at some point back around over here to this point here where the uh, migration route splits south into Joy and then north to the river, Palteronan River and the Palteronan Bridge. So it was here that they crossed over and headed north to cross over again to head into Brigantia, and then you continued up here. right around just in this area here was where you had that conversation with Bolin.
Mhm.
And he took you around and up over here into this area, and that's where the merchants holdfast was. And then you've just kind of been working yourself in an arc around down south towards Love and the northern part of Joy, and just
Rod, maybe.
It's right behind on the.
okay, go to moving mouse. I should be able to show you also. Stop it. And this area here is the border between Safe and the most serene Republic of Calm. But right around in this area here, after having worked yourself up and around, right around over here, you hook up with another caravan that's going to travel along this road, head into Love. And this is a trade delegation from, can we see?
Out of curiosity, GM,
Yes, sir.
would he have heard stories about the ghost on the that walks the migration path at all?
You weren't on the migration path. He wasn't on the migration road, unfortunately. So the odds of him having heard the tale are relatively slim.
Fair enough.
He was way far south of
I was curious because he was in that area.
Europe. But yeah, and then also you ended up taking this road south to get into Joy.
Hmm.
So he didn't you ended up coming yeah. So this crossroads here is the only thing that you guys have in common.
Okay.
Because it's inconvenient and you're trying to show somebody something.
Exactly. So Relancium, a trade delegation representing Safe et al. Is originating from Relancium, and is going to head into the Love Protectorate to go to a city called Fate's Wheel, and that's where they're going to negotiate new trade deals and protective arrangements, border sharing, and that kind of stuff. Border crossings in times of need, because things are getting funky over in the west or in the east. And you find that you've got yet another offer to guard caravan for the trade delegation.
And I take every offer I can.
Right on, right on.
Finally found a place that makes me feel like I'm not being stared at, like I'm going to do something bad.
It's
Go with it.
it's been kind of awesome. It's a very different air. And when I say air, I'm not talking about the stuff you're breathing. I'm talking about the way that people live and interact with each other. You are used to this very rigid structure of anger and landmass in particular. It's almost a caste system if you're familiar with the Indian castes, where if you step out of your caste, you do anything that you're not supposed to be doing, you're gonna get smacked down. Here in Safe, there's none of that regimentation. There's 400,000 different ways to lead your life in Safe, and that means that yours is equally valid to every other 390 of those 399,000. While sometimes you're not necessarily the one that gets the first attention because Bonnet is big and beautiful and bold, very rarely does someone opt not to come and say hi to Bonnet because you are there. It's a very rare thing where somebody sees you and then turns around. At this point, if it happened, you would be like, what the fuck? because Safe has been really good to you. Safe has been really good to you. It's been easy for you to find work. You've had a fat belly, and Bonnet's been had a fat belly. He's kept occupied, happy, and healthy. The journey from Rolencium, border of Love Cataract, goes relatively easy, except actually it's going to be this thing here. So just on the other side of the new Hexagon. I did not name these. It is a romantic name. It's a Roman side. Right around in this area here. One night while you guys are camping. Did you have one smoke a cigarette?
Fair enough.
How could he? I know that's son of a bitch.
Pausing everything right as we get to a climactic moment.
Isn't that how you tease?
What? No, you don't build
viewer base?
suspense at all in these games. You don't do that. That's not how it works.
Nobody ever had a good time with suspense happen.
What the fuck is the cliffhanger for?
Every time I hear that phrase, I cannot help but think of Between the Lions. Cliffhanger, hanging from a cliff. That's why they call it a cliffhanger. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I forgot about that.
I have never heard that song, so
You never watched Between the Lions?
I've seen it a few times. I know.
Oh, dude, it was the best growing up as a kid on PBS.
See, that's the thing. I never watched PBS.
Really?
Missed out on a lot. There were some I watched. That
Yeah,
one I
Between
don't
the
recognize.
Lions, Cyber Chase,
Cyber for
We
sure.
have 2 cameras. Uh-huh.
the original Curious George cartoon. Good stuff. They did have Caillou, unfortunately. I think that was Caillou. I think Caillou was on PBS.
Pick your favorite, bud.
I'm good with this size.
Hey, whoa, no.
So what?
I'm just trying to get the milk out of it.
Oh, dude, I'm good on tap waters.
You don't want
Oh,
You used to this economy one?
ah.
I mean,
Hey, trust me,
you
I
know,
had a life when I was a lot younger.
Hey, drinking out of the water hose.
drinking out of the
I'm too lazy to walk to my kitchen sometimes, so I just get sips of water from the bathroom.
No, I'm just used to it. There was a short stint where we had donations at my house where I lived drinking water out of a Gatorade cooler for a few months, and that was entertaining, especially when somebody didn't clean the old Gatorade out of it.
Water plus
It was just
electrolytes.
slowly worse tasting.
It's what
Gatorade.
plants crave.
I gotta watch that again.
It's been so long
That's
since
still
I've seen
one of
that
the
movie.
funniest movies, one of the dumbest things.
And one of the most accurate.
You know what I found the other day?
Yeah.
I found an American flag that said Comancho 2028, and it just said do whatever. All I can think of is Terry Crews. Like, that was one of my favorite things ever.
The sad part is that's probably not far off from something we could see.
Oh yeah, 100%. I still love how that's how Crocs got really heavily popularized.
It got popularized because of that movie.
Yeah.
Remember,
They
there
were
was something
originally used for,
that I had
I
picked.
think, in prison
no
justice
longer
and Congo,
had
but
this-
they reached out trying to find something cheap that just
So,
looked
but I
goofy
can
and
still
stupid
do
for
what
this
I
time
wanted to
period.
do.
And they got together with Crocs,
So,
and then that's where that's the first ever film appearance of
divine
mine, I believe. Because I read an article and video.
Yeah.
I saw a video about it too. Where it said Crocs got
Yep.
started real big mainstream because of that.
Yep. And nurses and line cooks started wearing them all the time. And
Wow.
So you can thank Idiocracy for Crocs being everywhere now.
I will not thank them for that.
I don't like
Have
Crocs.
you seen the weird things you can do with those? You can have truck nuts for your Crocs.
I don't like Crocs.
Does Zach or Egg roll with Crocs?
I don't know. My dad does.
Well, we're gonna find out what them two specifically because I want to give him a Christmas present.
Yeah, you were not giving my dad truck nuts for Crocs.
I don't know your dad, so I can't do that.
No.
Do it,
He
though.
would he would not appreciate it. I can tell you that.
I had the Vanguard.
No. Which one of the black nails?
Oh, I had the support.
You had the sports. Do you remember which one you had?
I had the Bruiser.
You had
Yeah, I had
Bruiser
the-
and you had
The rogue, whatever.
the skull.
Yeah, they changed Earthkin too, and I like the change, but I don't know if I like what they removed.
What?
They removed the ground slam, the fissure,
Mm-hmm.
and changed the stone skin, or hard as stone.
Yeah.
Now it's stone skin, gain a +1 to your armor score and damage thresholds, which is kind of cool. But also they gave it immovable while your feet are touching the ground. You cannot be lifted or moved against your will.
Ooh,
That's a lot.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So
You shove your toes into the ground.
grappler attacks.
The only thing you can do
Yeah.
is hold them in
You
place.
saying
and
that
that's
made me
really
think
it.
of a clip I saw recently from the third Men in Black movie
Oh, God.
where they're on the moon base and the guy's feet explode out of the shoes and just grip into the steel.
Oh man,
We love the cake.
that actually surprised me how good that was.
That was a surprisingly decent third.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially with like the whole time travel thing involved with it. Like I was thinking this is gonna be so like but
Yeah.
they did it pretty dang well
Mhm.
compared to what I thought they would do.
The second one is okay.
So now this is
first
The
gonna be
first one's always the
interesting.
best.
Sure.
Yes, this is
You
gonna
can't
be
leave that
Asper's
dude and
versus
his
him.
wife the entire time. I gotta find a base for the dog, but I have a pewter wolf that we can
Right
use
on.
for bonnet, and I have a goblin archer actual mini I gotta actually paint.
Right on.
I've got two. I just gotta find a base because I don't want to throw a metal dog anywhere
TV
anywhere on a TV or on a table.
Appreciate that.
I wonder if I could make Vosk in Hero Forge. I could
I
try.
I made sushi.
Yeah, but I have very
Vosk is a
specific clothing.
Saurian. I think they have Saurians. They have
Yeah,
lizard
it's the
folk.
clothing that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Witch doctor.
I'll try that.
Oh yeah, the
Sorry, now that song's playing.
Plague doctor. Yeah. That,
found a witch
that I
doctor.
feel like that would be an appropriate place to start the
Mhm.
book, at least.
Okay, let's get another wagon.
I have two wagons here.
Yep,
Okay.
but this is a larger caravan.
You're a larger caravan.
Sorry, your mom's allergic to her. Oh, you shut
I was listening to what's that podcast? Then and Daddies and they're driving around the Honda Odyssey.
Hmm.
Just in D&D where I was like, okay, that's the first thing I think of. Every time I think of caravan, it's like it's a Dodge Caravan.
Okay, great. That reminded me. So a bit that they did for Dropout's Game Changer show was having one of their regulars do D&D on a bus.
No.
Like with like actual bus stops and everything.
No,
Okay.
no. It's you're putting too much thought into it.
Oh,
It's like a minute 40 video that came out, and it has like Matt Mercer, Brennan Green Mulligan, Brian Iyengar, and I cannot remember the fourth person's name. But they're totally playing D&D on a bus. There's like a little playhouse bus toy, and it's
okay.
absolute chaos.
That sounds even worse than what I was thinking, but that sounds fun.
It's I can show it to you. It's like 2 minutes long.
We'll check it out before we leave because that just sounds hilarious.
No, there is
You're
no
going
data.
to center. Thank you.
Fuck are you moving? With reason, I promise.
Yes. No. I did. You guys are No, that's why. That's why. That's why. I was like, I'm gonna. You guys, you're right. You're right. Give me your black nails back. I'm wrong. I love you. Give your black nail back. I'm wrong.
We're still the good guys.
Yes, you are still the good guys. Aw, hooray!
I wanna be bad.
Can't.
Daniel, he has other papers. There's a chance it might happen. Don't you roll for it.
I rolled better this time. Wait, I didn't use my actual dice. There you go.
Still not using. Still not using hope and fear though.
Oh, I know.
Okay. No countdown required this time. Okay. So let's roll a 4 for where you are right now. You are 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4.
Robbie, shush.
You're on the right side. So Steede and Bonnet.
Should have stayed over here.
You had a full pouch of gold. Would you have spent during this few weeks that you've been
That's what I was
taking
gonna
care
ask
of
you,
Vanguard? Would you have gotten that saddle?
I would have tried to get the saddle for sure.
All right. You've got a crappy one right now,
Fair enough.
but you can go ahead and get rid of that bag of gold. And you can still keep 2 handfuls. So, okay. But you've got something that's serviceable. You can actually ride at speed in combat circumstances without it being not risky.
Since I'm doing a bow, do I have to keep track of ammo? Or we just gonna play?
Ammo is not really a thing.
Okay, that's I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's magic.
That's all you gotta tell me.
You have an empty quiver.
But somehow I
That
keep
fills
getting
with
hit
that
arrows.
produces 1 arrow every time you reach for it.
It produces a single arrow every time. Yep.
There you go.
I'm still better than Hawkeye. You brought 14 arrows? I hit 14 shots.
No. Hawkeye hit 15 shots.
Where am I tossing these?
I'm gonna go more than another one. Those guys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me see here. We've got black. Oh,
We just lost blue.
It's right up on the neighbor's foot. 1 second.
I got. You good?
Sorry.
Okay. Black and purple are going to be at the front.
No, it's
At
here.
the front.
We're in front.
Yep. We'll make pink. They're actually in the greenery,
In the greenery?
in the bushes. Yes, a little bit closer to center. Okay, a lot closer to center.
Oh,
No. The center between that and
The center of the
and
board.
me. There we go. But still in the bushes. There we go. And then
I'm gonna just pop one thing out there, the green one. I'm probably gonna have some problems with.
We'll tell you which one it does.
Yeah, colorblind.
okay. Far side opposite pink.
Oh, that's
And
enough.
then
That's enough.
amber
We're good.
can go in the bushes there.
Yeah, the light hitting that makes me very able to see that. So it's good.
That sounds like it's trash. Yep, it's trash now. Okay, way to throw someone under the bus. Give me
To be fair, that sounds like a Mason thing, 100% no. He would squeeze it, then it popped. He's like, yep, that's my son.
And then he had to look like, what happened?
No, then he just immediately takes it and keeps playing with it. It's like, this is trash now, but he's just like, I appreciate you want to recycle, but no, that's not how we do it.
It still has the texture.
Yeah, exactly.
She's still upstairs.
Okay, now we're gonna get to see how bad this can be if I fail miraculously while riding this dog trying to attack somebody.
We'll
I
see.
believe in you.
Because now I've got a saddle. This is gonna be entertaining.
Just.
I believe that you can do
So much.
something.
I mean, I'm rolling 2 dice instead of 1 like I normally feel like I can do it, so I'm very intrigued to see how this is gonna go.
Did your what go?
Where did my paper go? Oh, underneath my chair. Hold on. All riggedy raggedy roo. So the caravan is moving, it's moving, it's moving, and then suddenly you hear, "Ho, ho, ho!" The rider of the leading cart pulling his horse up short. The rest of the caravan see that the stop is happening, and they stop as well. And you hear, "Fair evening to you." And the driver of the front car says, "And also to you, you're blocking the road, Squire. We'd like to get on by. We have business awaiting us." "Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?"
Can I see all these other people who are like popped out and everything?
Negative.
Negative.
You only see the two at the moment.
Can I see like they carrying weapons? What kind of weapons?
They are. You see the one who's doing the talking has only a short sword, but it is a vicious looking short sword. You see the one next to him is carrying a heavy club. He's got it balanced on his shoulders, just kind of standing there next to his friend.
Yeah, and I see at least one of the other people guarding the caravan right now.
Say what? I'm sorry?
I also see like at least one of the other people guarding the caravan. I'm guessing where they're placed out at and everything. I can see them looking
Yes.
outside. So
Yeah, you can definitely see the one from where you are. You'd be able to see between the two to see Daniel's character as well. And you would
You'd be able to see
probably
mine.
be aware of the
Okay.
X's also. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm aware of where all of
Yeah,
us are.
you've got a good view of the scenario actually.
It's actually really good placement.
Okay, I'm actually gonna move a little bit closer towards the back end. About right there. And try to keep a watch on everything happening on the back.
Are
Because
you
I'm more mobile.
right? Are you mounted right now?
Yes.
Okay.
If there's any possibility, there you go, just stack them.
As close as we can get right now.
Without a scotch tape. But I will be I'm trying to keep an eye out and listening for what's happening up front, but also trying to keep an eye out around the backside where there's not really much of anybody else at.
So yeah, there doesn't seem to be any activity from this side. Um, uh, the boss man starts working his way up along the horse up to the cart. The guy with the club sees Daniel's guardsman. He stops where he is. I'm sorry, sees you. He's not going to move up to you. He's going to stay planted. He plants his club right next to you. He's got this kind of a grip. on it. It's obviously ready to pick it up and start swinging it at a moment's notice if you step wrong.
Yep. I've just got my shield ready and on my sword.
Okay. Um, can I get range check between Pink and Steede? How to close? All right. All right. So the boss man says, everybody else stay where they are. Or you, down out of the cart. Drops the reins. It starts to stand up. He does not know what to do here, but he starts to climb down out of the cart, stands next to the cart. Let's make him red.
The sideways.
On the bad guy side, yes, on leader's side. And the leader guy hops up onto the cart and starts rummaging through it.
I do believe I would take a step towards the cart.
And club wielder picks up his club and moves up to you. That's all he needed. He's going to go ahead and go into base, and he's going to initiate combat with you. I will go ahead and take that. Get things started. And that is him. That is a 16 plus 1 for a 17.
That beats.
All right. He's doing 1d10 plus 3.
You might actually take damage this time.
That is 3 plus 3 is 6.
Minor.
All right. With that, and do it and hope that somebody gives me something.
I'm here. You'll get it.
You're not playing.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
right.
You're not at Fear Factory tonight. So the boss man stops, stand up, and just whips out his arm and clubs the driver over his head with the back of his hand, and he goes down. This is not a fighting character, so he's just gonna use minion stats. Any damage puts him out of condition. So he is now rough terrain.
I love that so much.
And then he looks over towards the scuffle that has started over here, making sure that big guy's got you well in hand, and that is my spotlight. Good guys.
Your player.
Yep. Hearing that happen, I will ride back. Say about the A4, and then
That should be right about.
so yeah, short bow. I want to launch an arrow.
At the club wielding guy?
The one inside the cart.
At the boss guy. Gotcha.
The guy standing upright, making himself a target for a bow.
Oh, that's a 13 with fear.
See?
Thank you. But that does hit him.
It's 1d6 plus 3. That is 5.
That stays in minor. That's only 1. Okay. That was with fear?
Yes.
Yep. So that's your ballpark.
That is your ballpark. And yeah, unfortunately, that means none of us get to go. So, or none of you guys. I am bad guys. I am not one of you. You are not. I would have to pay fear to do that. It is good guy's turn, right? Because you just
He rolled
ran-
fear.
Oh, and he feared. So yes,
Yeah,
yes, no,
straight
yeah,
fear.
that should be within close now. Yes, that is within close.
Oh, I gotta change on my sheet. I had my advantage.
Yes.
I didn't have the gambit.
And he is. Oh, he is pink.
Yes. Pink is within close.
I'm getting attacked by a
All right,
singer.
he was hidden. He is going to charge out of hidden and get into base with Steede and Bonnet. And he is rolling for attack
Against Steede or Bob?
again. Against. It's a good question, actually. Let's see.
Go get that dog.
Odds is you. That is evens against the dog.
Oh, it's gonna be a problem.
We're killing a dog tonight.
No.
I've been through so much.
That is a
Boy,
13, 14, 15.
Your evasion is 10 on the dog.
I do get advantage on that. It's just if I get a critical, I do not get a critical. Okay, so for crits. So, but that was a successful attack, right?
Yes.
Which means I get 1d6 plus 1d6 plus 2. 2d6 plus 2. 9.
Okay, so how do we do the threshold with this one? Because it takes the stress instead of health
That's
damage.
damage, but it still uses your threshold.
Okay, so my threshold, so mine's 6
If
and
he
13.
doesn't have separate
Yeah,
threshold.
mine's 6 and 13. So that would be a go to major damage.
That's 9. Yeah, that's up into major.
So that would be 2.
You can also write them up here.
Oh yeah. Well,
It'd actually be 7 and 14 because it adds your level.
oh okay. It's still over that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would still be 2 on Bonnet right now.
Yeah, because the attack was on the dog, so
Yes.
damage will go to the
Yeah,
dog.
it's on
It won't
dogs.
go to you.
I'll give you that.
That was my freebie. Let's go ahead and give Club Wielder another attack on Vex. That is a 10 plus 1 for an 11.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Whiff. You manage to take that step to the side, and it goes by. And that is Bad Guy Spotlight.
All right, I'm gonna hit Pinky with hitting shot.
Sure.
15.
15 against Pinky is a 12.
Achoo! Oh
Yes.
Jesus. And that's a 4. 4 damage.
4 is minor. That's only 1. All right.
I'll move up as far as I can. Like, basically spend a full turn running up to try to help him because I'm assuming I can't see this guy.
Correct.
So yeah, I'm just moving.
And that is full.
I have to make a roll.
Make an
for the
agility roll.
I don't think so for
Adversaries
adversaries.
don't need
Adversaries
to.
do not. You get to make a full length without and still get your attack.
dog. Okay. Then I'm attacking the purple one. That's just a 10.
That misses, unfortunately. He saw you running up and just managed to be able to bend that one knee just low enough to be able to duck underneath your swing.
And I'm going to retaliate. 9 to hit.
9 against purple again. That's against
Correct.
the 12. So that one, he was already moving. That made it more difficult. So unfortunately, you whiff on that one.
Okay.
Steed.
I'll not go back to you on that one. Because you interrupted ours with fear.
It was with fear.
No, you rolled with fear.
And then he jumped
He-
in with that. So
he-
now go straight back to me also?
Yes.
Okay. Well, make sure.
Because the good guys took their turn.
All right.
And now
So
it's
spotlight shifts again.
All right, I want so both Steve and I are going to attack him. I will swap over to put my bow away and get my dagger out,
Gotcha.
and I will make a swipe with the dagger, and Steve will make a swipe with his, or he'll try to bite him.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So we'll start off with me with a dagger. That is going to be or you get fear on this one. That's a 15 with fear.
That is a success.
Damage on that.
You're turning into the Fear Factory this time.
Someone's got to do it for me.
And that is 9 damage.
Damn.
9 is one below his severe. That's major. That you give. Oh, and that's not. Sorry, that is against purple. Yeah.
No,
That is
pink.
against pink. I was
Pink.
working the right one. That's
And
2 down.
Do I finish Steed before you do the fear thing?
it's both attacking the same one.
Both attacking the same one as a single attack roll, and you add.
I'd add
you
his
add
too.
bonus damage dice. That's
So,
another D6.
So D10 from what you told me the last time we built the character.
Yes, it'll
First
say.
bite.
You marked it out then? Yes.
What-
Okay.
what you told me
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah. No,
That's just another 2 damage.
whatever we had written down is correct.
Yeah.
Now, don't ever rely on my pure memory.
It's just another 2 damage.
Another 2 would have taken it to what? It was 9,
And then
10, 11. That takes it up and over, and that puts Pinky down.
yay.
Pinky dead.
Want to switch that to a small one?
Yeah, that'll work.
Now just gotta find the brain.
I think he's the one in the cart.
We sure about that?
Well, man, if he said he backhanded him,
Oh,
you
you
would have
already-
headbutted him. Maybe.
Who was used one of hers?
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Good looking out.
Just cycled them.
Fear.
That's all.
That was his fear that comes back to us.
Did you put a fear
I
in the
did
thing?
put a fear in there, but this is my freebie, and with my freebie, we are going to. That is purple.
You know, if it's gonna be me rolling like the fear that's entire night, it's probably gonna be a lot of fear because I got the heavy die of fear.
Mm-hmm. That was your decision.
Yes, and it was definitely a decision for both of us. I didn't think about that.
All right.
It's balance.
Daniel.
Mhm.
Purple guy is going to take his club, and he's going to grab it broomstick style and boom, give you a brutal shove.
All right.
That is a 13-14.
That will hit me.
That pushes you back. Close range. Puts you back to close. That'd be a full
You could be
6.
So 6.
Yeah, please. Oh.
thought I had that on there better.
That's a far push.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
You are vulnerable. That is a physical effect.
In that case, I will spend a stress for the reaction fade away. Allows me to move up to close range and become a hidden, provided I can get into cover. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, 'cause I dive into the bushes.
Copy that. You are hidden, which means you are invisible also.
Your goal tonight is to
Live?
get as many of those on your character as possible.
We just need a stack of just moving around
Just have to-
more.
Ring toss.
Okay.
That
Turn
was
it
the
into a
freebie.
horseshoe game.
Yes, that was the freebie. Doing mental brain things inside my head.
Oh, what was the damage? I'm sorry.
There is no damage, but you're knocked back to close range.
Gotcha.
That's why that push was so far, because there is no damage associated with that. Yes, he's going to take
Bong
that.
bong.
So he goes. and swings at Vex's
Too
guardsman.
fancy, won't hit.
Entirely possible.
The horse might be knocked out though.
That is a natural 1.
He hits the horse.
Too fancy, won't hit.
All right, that's my spotlight. Steede. Oh, yeah.
The rest of y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
I'm gonna go forward just a little bit more, and I'm gonna take a shot. Doing the pinning shot again.
Gotcha.
15.
15 against the 12 hits.
Usually we wait until my next this.
Ooh. 10 damage.
10 damage
Right.
puts him up.
No, my bad. Bad math. 11 damage.
It's still that's awesome.
still-
Puts him up
Yeah.
into severe. Wait, no, that's
At least I caught it right away. God,
8. So that is 2.
let's look at math, man. I barely passed my math classes.
I'm right there with you. You should see what I just this first time he's been marked, and it already looks like a 3rd grader. All right.
I'm going to swing at purple. Mr. Club. Thinking he can do the fancy stuff against me. 16 to hit.
Absolutely.
5 damage.
5 damage is minor, so that takes him down by 1.
Also, GM, just a note.
Mhm.
Black boss guy, his movement
Is
is
halved because you got him with the pinning strike. Yes. Yes. He's still rummaging. He's letting his guys do their work.
I'm just spending my turn sneaking through the brush.
Gotcha.
Speed.
And you are hidden, right?
Yeah.
That's because you're skull.
Yep.
So you don't need to roll to find out. Steve.
I will carry around up this way.
How about they?
And I'll switch back to my bow and shoot another arrow at him.
And purple or black?
Black.
Gotcha.
Ah, that was better. That is a 12 with hope.
Take that hope. Unfortunately, that still misses.
But you could do another thing.
So
I know you still said the roll. I don't know what that means. Though.
But it was still with hope.
Exactly, and that's what I'm factoring here. So what happens is it doesn't do damage to him, but it does catch in his cloak, and now he's vulnerable to your next attack.
Yeah.
Physical. He's vulnerable to the next attack because he's stay. All right. Dan, you moved. You took a shot. You took your swing, and that is good guy spotlight. You know what? Also, so yes, bad guys go. All right.
But that was with hope.
It was with hope. You're right. Continue.
okay. Actually, let's see. See if I can get a shot off on him. Okay, let's try it. See what happens. Oh yeah, we got a crit.
Yay!
Ooh, did we?
Double nines.
Critical.
Double nines.
Nice. Very nice. So that is max damage plus the damage roll.
So that is going to be with the short bow. It's 1d6 plus 3, so that's automatically 9. That's another d6.
All right. And this is against purple or black?
Black. And another 3, so it'll be 12 total damage.
12 is still up in his major. So
And
2.
I will use Rehope to use Hold Them Off, so I can make 2 additional attacks against adversaries within range of the attack.
Nice.
So I'll burn those 3. And I'll do 1 more at him and 1 at purple.
Gotcha.
So first one at black. That is 19 with hope.
Absolutely hits. Mark that hope.
This is what I'm liking. Damage on that one is just going to be 4 points.
4 is minor.
And then it's purple. That is going to be 19 with fear.
Ooh.
That hits.
And his damage is 4 points to him as well.
4 points. Another 1.
I'm getting kind of a balance on hope or fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it.
I mean,
Working it.
yeah, but that's the end of my turn.
All right.
And that was last one was with fear.
And
Freebie.
that's right. My freebie. Awesome sauce. Okay. So,
Yeah, because the next attack was vulnerable, but
all right. Thank
he
you.
crit, so didn't need to roll with advantage.
Well, it should be magic. What?
I actually got to use that Rangers. I'm very happy.
There you go.
I have 4 hope now. Why not?
Exactly not.
There it is. No.
Oh, yay.
That's encouraging.
Fireball.
Not the cards.
Meteor?
The meteor. Oh, you got it. And this is where, there. Getting very close. That one. Thank you. Green guy is gonna run out his full move up to the side of the cart. It should just bump him right in. Yep.
Yep. Which card?
To the auction cart. Yep. And then he is going to pulls out a glass vial and throws it centered on his boss. And a inky black smoke fills the area. The glass shatters. The area is surrounded in smoke. Heavily obscured for 1d4 rounds. Allies of the alchemists can see through this smoke.
Oh.
That is green. That was the freebie. Good guy is going to jab with his short sword out at Vex's character. Nine. Misses. All right. That is. That cost that. That is the bad guy spotlight.
Yeah, that one wasn't in mine, so I can see those now.
Well, it's
Yeah.
all of ours.
Yes,
I'll go.
now.
Seeing this going on, I'm going to. Is he within far?
What are you feeling for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. Basically, running in there, yeah, needs help, but this guy's going to continue to do stuff. Breaking from cover, so I'm no longer hidden.
But you still gain the benefits of a hidden strike if you have one.
No, I don't have that. I don't have an ability like that.
Okay.
Right. But that is a 16 to hit them.
16 against green. That is a versus a 12. Absolutely hits her.
For 4 points a day.
4 points is minor. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and normal shoot
Okay,
at
this is
Blackie.
at a disadvantage into the inky cloud. So please roll
Okay.
-5.
Ooh.
Were you aiming where the black guy, where you think the black guy was, or where the purple guy was?
No, I was aiming at the black guy.
Gotcha.
Why?
What's wrong?
Oh.
I don't think she was paying attention when the smoky cloud got dropped.
Ah,
Now she's mapping.
Yeah, so that's a 10.
yeah, against the 13 misses, unfortunately.
Because mine is 5.
Yeah.
I did that right.
Thumbs up, baby.
Oh, when adversaries are rolling with advantage, we're not supposed to roll 2d20.
You are.
Okay.
Yes, we roll 2d20s.
Okay, cool.
But that was, oh, you're right. That should have been 2d20. You're absolutely right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Go ahead and roll the second d20.
Let's still take the lowest one, I think.
They were both the same number.
Ouch. All right.
What
Thank you,
does that
Daniel. I
mean?
appreciate that.
Oh no.
Damn.
Not again.
Nice one.
No, again.
Okay. I'm going to swing at purple.
Gotcha.
I am in melee. Do I have to do disadvantage?
You have to do disadvantage.
Is it a ring or is it like the full area is engulfed?
It
in
is
this?
The full
whole
area.
is engulfed in smoke. I would say, yeah, you still have to roll a
Okay.
disadvantage.
That is a 14, and that is a 4.
Gotcha. So that
So
4.
5.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, no go. That is everybody on good guy's side,
Except for
Steede.
Steede.
except for Steve.
Uh, see how far I can move around in between these corners here. Oh man, I cannot get to that without actually having to roll. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna be
We're gonna roll.
over here, and I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
That's agility, so that is an 18 with hope.
18 will do it. That would have been a 17 because not
Through
only
the
do you have to
carts.
get in between them, you also have to jump over the hitch between the two.
Yep.
So that would have been a 17.
Oh, there's a hitch there too. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That'll.
And that takes the rest of my turns, so I roll to do a full movement. So, yep. It gets me over here now.
But you rolled with hope,
Oh, yeah.
so you get to go again.
Oh. Right. And did you mark that hope?
All right. And then I'll shoot the guy who threw the vial. That one is a 12 with hope.
Mark that hope, and that hits.
Keep getting more hope. Yay. 5 damage.
5 damage. He only has 1 left. That puts him down.
Hooray. All right, and then can't really see into that. I'll just end my turn, or I'll pass.
Gotcha. We'll let everybody go around, and then you'll have the option again.
Christian, what's that one doing?
Nothing.
Still hiding.
You do not know they exist.
Okay. Seeing you did that, I will break off and charge into the darkness. I will attempt to be heroic and go after the guy in the cart.
Gotcha.
Disadvantage. Oh. So unfortunately, the disadvantage costs me a natural 20, but that is still going to be an 18 to hit him.
Gotcha. That absolutely hits. That is against against the black guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the leader. Gotcha.
Oh, actually, would he be counted as in melee combat with Vex?
I will say no.
Okay, because that would have made it a flat roll. Because I get advantage if I'm not
Gotcha.
gonna
Yeah, no, they are in base to base contact technically, but he's up on the cart and
Neither of us
Vex
paying
is
attention to each other.
engaged in with
Gotcha.
purple guy.
So that's just 4 damage.
4 damage, however, bounces off his head, and he bounces off the cart and lands on the floor.
Oh,
Hey,
Far side.
you have no idea.
I swung my daggers. I heard a thud,
You hear the thud.
and I hope that I hit an enemy.
Gosh, I hope that wasn't Vex. Yeah.
You just screwed up. Roll call.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a swing at purple. Wow, that's a great fucking roll. Oh, that would have been an awesome roll. Disadvantage has me a 5.
At 5 misses, unfortunately. See?
Whose fucking bright idea was this?
All right. Only one left. So we know. Hell no.
3 minus
I rolled a
5.
3. Yeah, so that would be a
-2.
0.
All right. It just kind of whiffs. You phase your money, you take your chances, and all you see is the waft of smoke, the clear area where the smoke has been split, but there is no bad guy there. Steede, you have the opportunity to act again if you so desire, because your last roll was with hope.
This way. The A4, I will try to shoot in. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh man,
That fits.
yeah, that really does fit. That would be a 17 with fear plus whatever your disadvantage is.
You get a disadvantage. That's right. Sorry, that is -4.
So it'll be a 13, but it is with fear.
13 against purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hits.
Purple's the only one left as far as we know.
And that is 8 damage.
8 damage is right at his major. That's 2.
And that one was with fear. There.
Yeah, time.
In the bushes, please.
Right. There's even more of them. Yeah, I know.
He is going to do his full move.
Like around the edge.
Yeah. Remaining hidden. Was that my freebie or was that my?
That was your feedback.
That was my freebie. All right, so I'm going to pay to have Clubby take another swing at Bex's character.
It's too dark.
Still no help. That's only a 9.
Nope.
Nope. It whiffs, but this time a larger area of smoke is cleared as the huge club just kind of waves around ineffectually. That is bad guy spotlight.
There was a fucking guy here a second ago. I keep getting hit. I don't know what's doing it.
I know. I hear the sounds of combat. I just kind of feel my way along the cart. Stab down.
All right. You are still technically hidden throughout all of this because you are in a black cloak in the smoke, right? Is that
Yeah.
is your invisibility ring there?
No, that is vulnerable.
Oh, that happened. That went away a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go ahead and give you advantage on this attack.
Natural 20.
Ooh, very nice.
So is
this is against purple.
An extra die.
It is if max damage
Mhm.
and then the extra die roll.
I have rolled nothing but 2s on
Oh,
damage. But with the natural 20, that is going to turn into 10.
10 points still goes up into major, but that is enough. You hear a thud.
I really hope I killed a bad guy.
You just keep hearing, I hope that was one of them. I hope that one too.
If I killed my boss, I don't get paid. I'm gonna be wanted by the law.
Who's gonna drive the car?
It's gonna drive a car.
It was foggy, okay?
All right. At that point, Steede, go ahead and make me a what is the perception? That would be
Instinct.
please. Instinct check.
It'll be 13, but fear.
That's all right. I will add it, but combat is officially over. You hear rustling in the woods, in the bushes behind you here, but you hear feet moving through and away from you.
Is the obscuring stuff still there?
This will be the turn where that goes away. Sweet.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I didn't kill you.
I didn't die.
I can
Where is
see.
Oh. I'm looking at
He's just unconscious.
I think the rest
Is
of them ran away.
he-
Can
He was outside of the ring anyways.
Yeah, but he that's a lot of blood.
hey, the rest of them ran away. Maybe we should check on him.
They've got a lot of blood. Don't worry about that.
Right.
But look at the red spot.
Coming from the Guardian, that takes a lot of damage.
Great. Can you just go make sure he has enough blood left?
I guess.
Mm,
Is he alive?
Okay, that's what I'm about to have you guys rule.
Oh, God.
Actually,
don't do it.
No, let me do it.
Andy, if you would be so kind,
Yes, sir.
Stop, go.
can you take this fear die here, or fear token here, and flip it? If it is heads, can you tell which one is heads and which one's tails?
The skull for heads and some tails.
The tree for tails. Yeah. Okay. So if it is heads, Purple Man lives.
Actually, that was a really shitty flip.
Purple man or red guy?
We're starting with purple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
heads.
We're gonna do everybody here. That's heads.
Heads.
He is still alive. Now we're rolling for the green bad guy that you guys dropped. One more time.
Tails.
Tails, he dead.
Hush, guys.
Okay. And then for Pinky,
Fails.
he did.
It was the dog fight.
Rabies, man. It'll fuck with him. And then this is a red ally.
Heads.
He is alive.
Hey.
The important guy. Yay.
Cool.
Oh, did we roll for?
I don't think
the
we roll for
leader?
boss man.
No.
Let's roll for him as well, please. Yes,
He's alive.
he is alive. All right.
Somebody going to prison.
Somebody's not. Oh, two of them died?
Yeah, two of them died.
Two of them's not.
These two back here died. These two up front are okay. Or they're not okay, but they're still living.
The guy who signs our paycheck lives.
The head delegate finally pokes his head out of the middle cart and you guys appraise him of the situation. How many have we lost?
We lost none.
Let's see. All right. How many of them? I see bodies. Is there?
4 bodies, 2 are still alive.
And more ran away
There are more?
in the bushes. I'm back behind. They ran once they saw everything.
We must be alert. We must keep our guard up. This might not be over. I've no desire to keep ill-doers good. See to the driver. See that he gets gets attention. But trust them up and leave them to the wolves.
You're the boss man.
Unless someone wants to draw the knife.
No.
I'll not be carrying them with us.
You are very eager to kill.
She's the archer. She doesn't get to get up close very much.
Stabby, stabby, my friend.
You're gonna take a knife like a
Just
stinging
hold
arrow.
my
and
knives.
it's like The Walking Dead. Whenever somebody just passes away, you just go to the temple with an arrow, just and walks to the next one.
Right. So, if you would be so kind as to describe to us how you take the lives of these two evildoers who would have taken yours had they the chance.
Sorry. I don't get paid enough to do this shit, but I like doing this shit. Grabs arrow, just walks
You
up,
volunteered.
down.
All right.
That's sleep for these last couple of days with this caravan, okay? And just move on to the next guy.
Get over them. Stab, 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 stab. Looks good to me. The blood stopped flowing.
Persian styles.
She looks at it at one point. It's like 13 steps. Is that enough? One more.
Even or odd? Which one's your favorite? Hang on. Yeah, I do at least 2 more.
All right.
That's 8 stabs per individual.
8 stabs per individual. That should be it. That should do it. Yep. All right. Body's taken care of, and the message for those survivors that you heard left on the 4th floor. The caravan gathers itself back up.
Why are there 8 puncture wounds, but 1 arrow in each of them?
You know what? Yeah, can I leave my arrow in there and it's got like a tight little ribbon and mark my trophy? Do it, come on.
Wait, is it 1 arrow for both of them, or is it
Yes.
just 1
No.
arrow in one of them, and you stab them both with it?
Yes.
16 stab wounds, 1 arrow.
Well, right? 2 lives claimed. Fact.
Yeah, that's cocked. Roll it again.
It's like Yondu's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They both get one.
they both get one
Gotta keep it even.
with a little pretty bow.
All right. Okay. Caravan loads back up, heads back up. So just for those taking notes, these guys are dressed kind of piratey, kind of sailory.
See, it's a good thing I stabbed them.
It doesn't mean a damn thing to you, but to you guys, these guys look like they're from Love. Love is a maritime-based economy and government.
What are they doing so far inland?
They're not.
Oh, they're not?
Or what are these guys doing?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far
yeah.
inland? That's exactly the question. But you remember hearing talk.
Stuff is getting kind of sideways out that way. That's why we're going, trying to discuss the trade delegations and stuff like that. Try to actually get more of a agreement, and like tree would be a rough word for it, but this whole thing is about discussions and what's going on with the new trade and maybe protecting, and something's going on there.
Oh, that's above my pay grade.
That's not great. So
That's above
that's
my pay grade.
that's why the guy in the car, I'm guessing protecting him of all things, above all things, to make it there.
Yeah.
So this might have been some kind of sideways little way to stop that from happening.
There had been talk about raiders from Love working this side of the border and safe. I mean, it was pretty much discounted because why would they be working so far inland? How could anything be so important to them that they want to leave their stomping grounds to risk being caught here?
They're land pirates.
Land pirates!
Oh, God, it's the land of the Viking ships and unload across the forest.
It's a ship with wheels.
Oh man, we got 4 of those. Sorry.
But it's not a ship.
There's no sail.
With that kind of attitude, of course not.
Well, are they covered wagons?
Yeah, I mean, they're wooden.
Is it
These
canvas?
ones are covered, but these are wooden wagons.
Oh, disappointing.
Not gonna work with you like that, sir.
Unplayable.
Hear me out. Somebody's got some curtains in there somewhere. We can make this work. With enough elbow grease, we can make this work.
So the caravan picks back up, moves back on, and you end up moving up past Goska and on along the Muba River towards Fate's Wheel. And after another few days of that, no more incidents. But now that you're officially on Love-ish territory, all of a sudden the trade delegates are antsy. They're itchy. They're insisting that you guys. They're starting to micromanage how the patrols are working out, and regardless of whether it makes sense or not, they're telling you, you go over and look over there, and you go be on this side and look over there, and okay, now go see if anybody's behind us, ride back and see if anybody's behind us. They're starting to micromanage and be very paranoid. But eventually you reach Fate's Wheel, and the caravan leader pulls into the western side of Fate's Wheel into an area that looks like a traveling bazaar. It's tents. There are some permanent or semi-permanent structures in the area, but mostly it's tents and caravans with awnings popped and trade wares, some being sorted, some being laid out for active sale. There is a bazaar happening here in this is called the Free Fair, which is its own district in Fate's Wheel. at the gate at the check-in, it is offered for the delegates to go ahead and be uh, uh, to enter the city and find lodgings within the city. But the delegates are like they're not really eager to go into the city proper. They're used to living in their freeholds in the forest, and tents and this kind of environment feels more comfortable to them. So they decided that they're going to set up camp in Free Fair. Um, Draco, there's a knock at your quarters.
Yes,
Captain's got a guard duty for you.
I'm coming. I'll get my stuff ready and collect my shield and go meet the captain.
At the captain's office, he's sitting at his desk, writing reports, making notes. He looks up and says, Draco, don't need to keep you for very long. There's a trade delegation that just pulled into Free Fair. I've just been notified that they've arrived. Shadow and protects the trade delegation and keep an eye on them. Make sure no untoward happens to them.
Yes, sir. I'll go introduce myself immediately.
Thank you. What rank would you have ascended to in your 10 years in the service?
I wouldn't say I would be a very high rank, but I would have like a small group below me at least.
Maybe like a sergeant or equivalent of. I don't know what the ranks would be.
Neither do I.
That's
a lower-
whatever. Come
a-
up with one.
I'd say a
and that's
lower
what
rank
you'll
of
do?
sergeant would work with that, honestly. It would be sergeant, captain, lieutenant, essentially like that would be the flow of it, I believe. So sergeant would
If
be
it
like
follows the standard American military.
yeah, if you're thinking
So-
like that scope of it, at
Or
least,
police also follows.
yeah, same way.
So yeah, let's go with the middle one that you said, the captain. That way I've got plenty of people above me, but a couple people below me, so that I can pick and choose who's directly in my charge.
Okay.
I might have that backwards, but I'm not a cop.
We'll figure that out later.
So is
Maybe
it,
I'll do some research.
is it your habit to when you work bodyguard duty like this? Is it your habit to bring some of your underlings with you? Or?
Yeah. I would have half of my team with me directly and the other half performing regular duties elsewhere.
Okay. Over the course of the next week, we're going to work out how many your team is and do some adversary assistance sheets for them.
Okay.
And that is where we will leave off. We got you into town. We got you into town. We still have to get you guys into town. Yours is going to be a little more complex. Where did we leave you off?
I was traveling. I was 250 years in the past.
You were 250 years in the past.
I could just be there. You
Right.
don't.
right?
You traveling? You just show up in the nick.
I'm just there.
I do remember
When-
something
We talked
about
you. Mahina actually gave you your first message. Is that what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. After
Yeah.
250 years. So, like, in terms of, you don't have to do like a whole session of me getting there. It's
Right.
just I'm already here,
Exactly.
You're in the
Exactly.
process
So-
of shopping
Good,
currently.
good, good.
or just wandering.
All right. So we're gonna open the next main campaign session with Fushi, and then we'll knit everything together from there. But the next session or two, or maybe three, if you guys don't get bored of it, and depending on how quickly we can move through everything that I have written for the prehistory, we will be going once again 250 years back in time, and we're going to see if we can set the Clank race free from slavery. Thank you guys for coming and play with me tonight. I love having you guys. I love doing this for you. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Thank you for coming and watching. all four of you. Stay happy, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Roll and theme song, which I still have to write.